I guess 2025 is the year of the perfect pop girl debut. Jade is no longer Jade from Little Mix. That era is officially done. She has fully arrived as a serious pop artist in her own right, and her debut record, That's Showbiz Baby, just debuted at #3 behind the noted evil entity Ed Sheeran and reigning diva Sabrina Carpenter. For a debut record, that is an absolute insane showing, and it feels very hard-won and almost karmic for Jade. She has been clawing at this moment for years, and now finally it is here. This album campaign started more than a year ago with Angel of My Dreams, her very own What You Waiting For. It is explosive and deranged and very ambitious, and much like Gwen Stefani's single, it came with kind of a curse. It set expectations so high that every single after it had to fight to measure up. Those are the golden handcuffs of a hit debut single. What I love about Jade as an artist, and also what I love about Az and Ray, is that they are both very shameless about their ambition. They want pop moments, and they are not embarrassed to chase them. There's no pretending that their careers are just these happy accidents. Jade, in particular, has always been an industry renegade. Lest we forget, in Little Mix, she was known as the mouthy one, calling out her management, calling out the label, saying the quiet part out loud. She has absolutely carried that energy into her solo career as well. Jade has said it herself multiple times, getting a label to fund her actual vision and to give her the resources for a proper showbiz moment was actually an uphill battle. And she had to keep reiterating over and over, if you want this project to be successful, if you want to make your coin, give me a budget and get out of my way. That's why That's Showbiz Baby feels so aspirational. It takes these big swings, and 9 times out of 10, those swings land. Jade was always one of the main creative voices of Little Mix, and you can definitely hear echoes of her best work with Little Mix, like Wasabi, all over this record, but here it is amplified. She leans into her weird and fantastical instincts in a way that she definitely couldn't before when she was writing very restrictive pop songs for a girl group. Take Natural at Disaster as an example of this. On paper, it is the closest thing that we get to a ballad on this record, but instead of delivering some plain boring piano dirge, Jade Frankensteins it into her very own happier than ever-esque monster. It lets her be vulnerable without breaking the manic theatrical flow of the album. And by the way, the vocal production across this entire record from all of the producers that worked on it is wild. She's bending her voice into shapes and layering it until it feels almost three-dimensional. And though it is kind of unhinged and freewheeling, that vocal production is very meticulous and almost never feels sterile or rote or like a pop song that was just handed to her. There is something to be said for patience. Jade has said it herself, the diversity of tone and experimentation here on this record wouldn't have been possible if she had rushed the process. Little Mix were on a treadmill. They were doing one album per year at a time. There was absolutely no breathing room in between album, promo, tour. And this time, Jade really took her space, and it shows. Her vision is much sharper because of it. You can tell that this kind of an album would have been a very difficult thing to sell conceptually to a label to get a budget for, to allow her to create. And it is Jade's tenacity that brought it over the finish line, and I just have to congratulate her on that. I guess 2025 is the year of the perfect pop girl debut. We have Addison's self-titled record, and we also now have Jade's That's Showbiz Baby, which proves that Jade is not just surviving as a refugee from Little Mix, she is completely carving out a lane as an artist in her own right, and she is here to stay. Now, someone needs to get me to the That's Showbiz Baby